What is going on, y'all? Psych Perspectives, GeoFux here. And I'm basically a little over a month, maybe by like 5 days, if that. No, like 4 days. Holy shit, because tomorrow the 11th. So basically, I'm a month away from turning 30. And I'm really going to try to have a video per day. Leading up to my 30th birthday, Lord willing, ancestors willing. And basically the gist of this entire video is just to put things into perspective. As I'm getting older, I'm just realizing for self, like, I want to have happiness and I want to have peace. I want to have joy. I've been angry my entire life, basically. I spent my 20s basically focusing on getting an education, working my butt off, helping my family, helping my friends, helping my community, paying it forward, volunteering, focusing on fighting for social justice, equity, freedom, equality, rights. I did a lot of sacrificing. I didn't really get to experience my 20s the way that I wanted to experience my 20s. And not that I'm saying is, new. A lot of people don't experience life the way they want to experience. A lot of us are, doing things because society told us that we needed to do them, doing things because the world, our parents and family said this is what we needed to do. And a lot of us are seeing for ourselves, like, us a Ferris Bueller day off. If you're not careful, you'll look up and life will have flashed you by. And that's basically what happens to a lot of us, is that we get older and then we realize for ourselves, like, oh my God, I'm not doing anything that I thought I would be doing. I'm not having the experiences that I thought that I would be having. And more people are seeing that for themselves. And I'm seeing it more and more. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm very grateful and thankful for the experiences that I've had, the privileges that I've had, that I have currently. I don't take any of this for granted, because it's a privilege to be able to have a job, to have health care, to be talking, to have a phone, to shoot video, to have internet or Wi-Fi or cell data, it's a privilege. I don't take any of this for granted. I'm like, being able to affirm my gender and live my truths is a privilege. I don't take any of this for granted. And at the same time, I recognize the countless sacrifices that I've had to make to even get to this stage in life. I never saw myself making it past 18, let alone getting to 25 and 30. This is still a shocker for me, because I didn't see myself getting here, And then as I'm talking to other people, shout out to Ron Vugada. Shout out to Ron Vugada, for real. Shout out to Shaq. Shout out to Angel and Monroe. Shout out to B Ward. Shout out to Jamila, Jimmy Bird. Shout out to y'all. It's a lot of y'all that I want to give shout out. JC, the Honorable Angelina, Delante. Shout out to all of y'all, for real. Dr. Pepper. Shout out to everybody, for real. But I do want to give a huge shout out to Ron Vugada. Okay. Link to his YouTube will be in the description box below. His social media and stuff. But I wanted to give a decent shout out, because, and the reason why is because you've really changed my mindset on a lot of things. And what I mean by that is, you're right. Life is too short to be constantly angry, upset, bitter, pissed off, frustrated, aggravated, agitated, angry, just constantly stressed out and depressed. Life is too short, man. And then just listening to a lot of the things that you have been saying over the past month or so when we do these Twitter spaces, and then that time when we had our that time when we had our little match session and we was hotboxing and talking. We got to do another one of those for real. Let me know. We got to do another one. But hearing your thoughts really got me thinking, because it's like, damn, I spent a lot of my 20s, you feel me, fighting for social justice, volunteering, just going back to what James Baldwin said, you know, to be a sane Negro, you must be enraged at all times. And honestly, that's the truth, because when you are quote unquote woke, you're aware of the things around you, the history, you know what's going on. You know, you're not sitting up here with rose-colored glasses on, and you are aware, aka woke, or as James Baldwin said, you a sane Negro. You gonna be enraged because you're gonna be angry at the shit that you see, the suffering that you see, people going without, the injustices, you know, the unfairness of the world. Sitting back watching people be killed and murdered and slaughtered and abused. You're gonna be upset. Seeing people not have access to clean drinking water, food, shelter, healthcare. You're going to be upset. People being killed because of their skin color. Children being shot up in classrooms. Seeing your family members. And seeing the dysfunction within your own family. And seeing how a lot of this is generational. It's you know, it's a generational curse. And then like seeing what your mama went through, what your granny went through, what your papa went through, what your daddy or other family members, your siblings. Or looking at your own life and recognizing all of the trauma and shit that you went through, you're going to be angry. That's very true. And there's nothing wrong with fighting for social justice, equity, freedom, rights, caring and giving back, paying it forward, looking out for others. Nothing wrong with that. However, in my opinion, now that I'm about to be 30, Lord willing, ancestors willing, universe willing, I'm like, you need a balance. You need a balance. And Ron Vugado got me realizing that. Like, you know, we are learning from each other, right? Because, like, people have this assumption. Some people have this assumption that you can't learn from younger people or the youth. Meanwhile, the youth are teachers, are people of wisdom, are human beings that can teach you a thing or two. You need to learn from them just as much as they can learn from you. Y'all could be learning from each other. It should be reciprocal, really. But I've noticed I've lost more weight. Every time my veins become more and more pronounced, I recognize, like, wait a minute. But I had COVID. I had COVID for 2 weeks. And that's another thing. I caught COVID, y'all, for the second time since 2020. 2 weeks ago. At work. And the out cold part is, those of you who know me know, I'm always masked up. I'm always dropping masks off to my grandma, my granny, my mama, other family members. I drop masks off to friends, to neighbors, to clients. I'm always bringing people different masks. I always make sure to let them know KN94s, KN95s, N95s. I've been dropping off latex and non-latex gloves so people can be protected. I'll be doing all that, and then I'm, fully vaxxed, double boosted. I'm actually getting my third booster and flu shot tomorrow. But, about to get my hair cut. But, and when I get my hair cut and everything, I got on my mask, but I tested negative yesterday. I quarantined for 2 weeks. Didn't get to see my granny or my mom outside of like phone calls and video chats. But yeah, I quarantined. I worked remote. which is a privilege in itself, because a lot of people aren't able to even work remote. A lot of people aren't able to quarantine. A lot of people don't have PTO. Well, what happened to me was it flared my Graves up, which happened to me the last time in 2020 when I got it. But it flared my glaze up, and that was the main issue. Was like I was very tired and lethargic, brain fog, and then my Graves. I threw up so much, it was ridiculous. Diarrhea and throw up, headaches, body pains. Basically, my Graves was in overdrive. And again, I lost weight that I wasn't trying to lose, and it pissed me off. But I'm about to give you another video like this. Like I said, I'm gonna try to do 30 videos straight talking about to turn 30 and my mindset's changing. Shout out to Ron Vugada, and shout out to everybody that joins the Twitter spaces. I love you all. Thank you for educating me and teaching me, and I'll see y'all in another video.